Hey everybody, how you doing? Micah Matthews here, and I am going to give you a tutorial on how to edit audio for audiobook production. That's what I do full-time as a production company that I own, Imagine X Narrations. You can find us on Facebook, or you can find me on Fiverr under Micah J. Matt if you'd like to use me for any of your work. So, today's most important topic is going to be about quality. I cannot stress how important it is, even if you're just an editor and you don't actually do any of the narration. It's so important that you create the best product value for your customer. If your customer is a narrator and they want you to edit this, you're going to have a much better long-term relationship with that person if they can trust that you're going to get the job done and not make them look like shit. Because that's what happens if you have a bad sound, if you've got bad audio engineering. Your whole project and book is going to sound like a piece of shit. So you don't want to do that, obviously. You want to add the best possible. All right, so here's what we're looking at here. You're going to want the Audacity program because it's free. There's a lot of stuff out there you can use, but I use Audacity because it's simple and it's free and it's easy to use, and all my settings are saved. So I just go with that. Now there's one thing you're going to have to do, and you're going to need to go and get the Loudness Normalization effect added into your plugins, and that's really easy to do. Just go online, watch a little tutorial on how to add a plugin to your. It's called an effect plugin. Add an effect plugin to Audacity. You're gonna want to go learn how to do that, and you can look up that specific one, Loudness Normalization. Okay, and that's what I did. I watched a tutorial, downloaded it, and here it is inside of my thing. Okay, so now secondly, the most important thing is to have the proper. When you begin, obviously here's your raw audio, right? It sounds like crap. Let's listen to it. This is how you take regular audio and you can change it up to make something good sound from it. So I purposely added some really crap narration because this is sometimes you'll find sections of the narration sound really weird because the narrator stumbled. We all do that. Have you ever tried to read an entire chapter of a book without messing up? It's difficult. So there will be times when you come across it. And this is one of those times. So before you begin chopping this up and trying to make it sound good, the first thing to do is to get some room tone. So just some regular sound from the room. And that's this right here. You can hear it's like kind of a... And up here it's saying it's, 36 decibels. That's pretty loud, okay? It's not so bad, but you want it around the 54 to 48. That's where you want it. So the best way to do that is to select a perfectly quiet section, okay? You don't want any sound in there at all, and it's got to be at least a second long. And you go to Effect and you find Noise Reduction, and you get the noise profile, all right? But you got to make sure that these are set right. It's got to be at 10, 6.00, frequency smoothing band 0, noise reduce. Okay, that's all you want to do. Get the noise profile. So it scans that and it finds out, okay, this is what we want to make quieter. This particular sound is what we want to reduce. So you come back to the beginning. Excuse me. You Control A, select all of it, and you apply it. So you press OK. Now look. The width of that line has changed. It's thinner. And it's quieter in the beginning. Listen here. You almost can't even hear it. And it's down between the 48 and 54. Perfect. That's right where we want it, okay? So now the next thing to do is if you don't have, if it looks like this, and there isn't anything before the sound begins, go and grab you a section of this, about a minute, about a second, okay? About a second. That's from the 10 to the 11. These are second markers. All right, and you're going to Control C. That's to copy. Or on a Mac, it's the Command and C. And then you press it, Control V or Command V. Bam, and now it's in the beginning. You want at least 1 second of audio. That is ACX requirement. You must have 1 second of audio before and after. Okay. So once that's done, this is how you take regular audio and you can change. Okay, so we're going to take out the and the other regular. because we don't need that. So we'll pull audio and those together. Take regular audio and you can change it up to make something good. So this is too big of a gap. This is how you take regular audio and you can change it up to make something good sound from it. Now this sounds really choppy, okay? But there's nothing I can do about that as an editor, because that was the narrator's fault. So some things you just have to let go if it's not too bad. If it's really bad, just contact the narrator, maybe ask them to do it again, or add it to a list of things he could revise if you really feel like doing that. All right, and then at the end, boom. Then it's that simple. That's how you would edit it so the flow sounds good. You're going to take out any breath sounds, any weird sounds, like let me show you what that would look like right here. Okay, here is some audio I'm working on right now. Let's go to a part I haven't edited. Okay, like right here. Let's start here. No, wait. I need to find some breath sound, because I take breaths every now and then. Okay, so here's a breath sound. Life to some becomes a pursuit of living. Open up my heart to the moment. Wait, sorry. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find the right section to demonstrate what I'm telling you here. And I have to do it all visually. Okay. A special, meaningful moment may not seem salient. Okay, so you see how that breath is there? You take the breath out and you replace it with some quiet audio if it's in between them. And you don't want to do more than about a second. And it's really up to you, but you have to make the flow of it sound good, like here at the beginning here. The flow of the first conversation is about right here. Listen to the flow. What happens when an inquiring young person crosses paths with an interesting and worthwhile person? They will pursue. See that pause? That pause is super important. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. It just depends on what sounds good to your ear. But you have to make sure that this pause is you really don't want less than half a second, and you don't want more than a whole second. So a sweet spot's about 0.75 seconds. That's really the great spot there. You'd like copy a section like this and just keep it in your copy tray. And then you come over here and see we got big breath. 13 through 14. The good book tells us. So a big breath, and then he starts a new sentence. So what you do is you grab that and you copy paste, and now it's perfect. Matthew 7:13 through 14. The good book tells us. See? Perfect. It sounds perfect. That's what you want to do. Now, once you've got the entire audio sounding like that, okay, then you can go over to the very end of the project, and this is what you do. You press Control A, so all of it's highlighted. Effect, you're going to want to do loudness normalization. That's the first thing you do, okay? Perceived loudness to negative 20.0 LUFS. Treat mono as dual stereo. Check that, but uncheck normalized stereo channels if it's not already unchecked. You press OK. Now watch what happens up here. Watch what happens up here. Boom. They shrunk down because it was very loud input in the beginning, because I've got a pretty good microphone. Okay, so that's going to reduce up here what these levels are. Remember we talked about that earlier? Look at this. This is how it is. What in the world? Okay, right here. Okay, why isn't it playing? Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, it's because the other one's on. Hold on. Gotta stop it. All right. This is how you take regular audio and you can change it up to make something good sound from it. Now what we're going to want is for it to never get louder than this. So this is actually pretty perfect how it is right here, but we're not finished because we got to add a couple of more effects that might change that. All right. So whenever you add that loudness normalization, usually the audio gets louder. So this is going to sound really loud again, and it shouldn't, right? So you're going to do the same thing you did before, noise reduction, but you do that at the end, okay? So now that we've done the loudness normalization, now we're going to do the filter curve, all right? That's an EQ system. It's going to make your microphone voice sound better. So you want it to be exactly like this. When you press it and this pops up, it's going to be a flat line, but you want it to be like this, okay? So take a moment now, and do that, pull this up side by side to your screen. You know, like on this side of your monitor, have this video going, and on this side of your monitor, have your Audacity pulled up, so you can set the settings, and it'll stay like that after you set it. So you want to do it but once. So at negative 12 decibels, you're going to want it at 20 hertz, or vice versa. 30 hertz, you want it at 12. Basically, it's just follow the graph, okay? That's what you want to do. All right, you press OK. And now it applies it. It's going to sound a little bit better. This is how you take regular audio and you can change it up to make some... See, look at this, look at the difference. This is how you take regular... And you can't really hear it very well. This is how you take... But there's a huge difference, especially in headphones. And you will have customers listening with headphones on. So, now the thing is, if you need to undo something, like you screwed something up, just press Control-Z, all right? And it will undo it. Boom. It's back to how it was. Control-Y goes redo, so you can redo it. So this is where it is currently. This is how you take regular... That's how it's supposed to sound. Now, Control-A, select it all, grab the effect, and you're going to throw a limiter on it now. All right, a soft limit for negative 9.30, 10. No. Okay, that's how your settings should be. Boom. All right, now it's limited, which means it can't get louder than what you set it at. All right, so look up here. This is how you take regular audio. Now it's too quiet. And you can change it up to make something good. So, but we're not done yet. We're going to grab that noise profile one more time. And noise reduction. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'll redo that. Noise reduction. Get noise profile. Okay. Then you select all of it. Noise reduction. And you press OK to apply that. Boom. All right. Now it's even quieter. You can't hear anything when it begins. That's really, really good. All right. So look up here. Look up here at this right here when I press play. Nothing. This is how you take. Okay. That's noise reduction. Clients love that. If you can do that, you know how to do that, you're going to make more money than the guy who wouldn't. All right. So now that that's all done, all the effects are done. You don't need to do anything else. But here's the issue. Look at the level. This is how you take regular audio. The loudest it gets is this. Not good. ACX needs it to be at 6. No higher, no lower. You can be a little bit off, but basically at 6. Okay. This is how you take regular audio. All right. And see, I just turned up the gain a little bit. All right. And that brought it up to 6. So that's that, guys. At the end, make sure you have a second of sound. I'm going to take that off because I don't need it. At least a second in the beginning and a second at the end is probably pretty good. So why don't we just make it even Steven here. Boom. That is ACX compliant files. So after that, you press File, Export as MP3. All right. You're going to want it to be at 320 kilobytes per second. Bitrate mode, constant. Channel mode, force export to mono. Do not do anything different than this. Keep it like this. If you change this, you're going to get rejected. Your files will get rejected. And then you save it. Boom. Okay, that's that. It's very simple. Simple concept, but it's very tedious. It takes a long time. But it's cool because big bucks come out of that, right? All right, I've got 23 days, 22 hours, and 56 minutes to finish this contract, so I'm going to get back to work. Thank you guys for tuning in. And you have a wonderful freaking day.